This week I'll be mostly exploring Danes Moss Tramway. Abandoned, and today I'm going to be at Danes Moss Tramway. Now you may have been thinking, I've heard this before, and that's right, I've been here before. My first and second videos weren't that great, so I'm revisiting them. Hi, I'm Steve and welcome to a video. This week is Danes Moss, so let's see what I can do with the new things that I've learned and my new style. So where exactly is Danes Moss? Well, it's to the south of Macclesfield, which is, if you follow this railway line, it's up that way. Danes Moss is a large area of mossland to the south of Macclesfield where it is eventually going to get turned into housing, so the place I'm visiting today is going to be lost forever in the future. So it's a good idea to try and get a sort of a picture of what it was like before it gets mass developed. There's a big protest going on, there's a change.org thing. It's a nature reserve, so I don't know how long it's going to take to get redeveloped, but it's definitely on the list. So let's go over this bridge and see what we can find of the old tramway. I've actually just figured out I'm on the wrong bridge. I need to be on that bridge over there. Dang it. So I'm just making my way round to the other bridge, and you may have seen during my little joke intro, I popped out of something, and that is this pillar box wartime thing. I'm not a huge nerd on this, but that's a pill box, there we go. Old pill box, just hidden away in undergrowth there. The quickest way to the other bridge is via the Macclesfield Canal, which was built in 1831. Quite late for a canal. Here's bridge number 46. Looking quite nice today, I think. My second time here, I need to clear a few things up. First time around, I said this. So a lot of this video is conjecture. This video is actually mostly an exercise in speculation and conjecture. Which in short means I kind of made it up on the spot. So, this tramway has nothing to do with 1830 or the canal. The tramway was built in the 1860s and later on. It runs up to the railway. This is just a path to a crossing. I'm assuming an underpass that's now buried. It's definitely, it lines up with a canal swing bridge. Why would a tramway go over a swing bridge? It doesn't add up now. I've been to so many tramways. This isn't one. This isn't a tramway. I've seen my tramways and this isn't one of them. Secondly, I also mentioned that well, I said quite a lot of things. I can't cover them all, but I made a lot of mistakes. So hopefully this time I can correct myself and we're no longer speculating or having an exercise in conjecture or whatever I said. We're going to see what is there, what is factual. And if you remember in the last video, in the first video, I found this piece of metal on the floor. I'm going to go back and see if it's still there. I don't know if it's a rail or not. I want to have another look. I've got bigger boots on this time, so I might be able to do a better job of it. Does this look like a tramway to you? I don't think so. Not anymore. I've seen a fair share. But I did find some rails here last time, and I think we can still spot them now. Let's have a look. They should be just round here, I think. Is that a rail over here? Yeah, there is still a rail here. That's brilliant. Let's see if I can get in. The ground's a bit better this time of year as it's been really dry, so I can get right down to it. There's your rail. There we go. So that's our first sign of a tramway. However, that's not from here. That's on the other side of the railway. Speaking of the railway, This is the Macclesfield line. So this railway is the North Staffordshire Line, Cheshire Lines Committee that was built south of Macclesfield, heading towards Stoke-on-Trent, Leek and Congleton. This line was built in the 1860s thereabout, and the tramway was built at the same time to butt up against the railway. You can see on this map you've got like this little rail yard that butts up against it, and this is what we're going to try and find today, the site of, and the tramway heading out across the Moss. I've just gone up and down this bridge like 4 times. So this railway line became owned by the London North Western Railway and eventually the LMS, and fell into the British Railways Midland region in 1948. Today it still runs trains, that's why it's still here, and it mostly runs 323s, Voyagers and Pendolinos. Occasionally a freight train if they're feeling funky, I think. However, obviously, no trains right now, which is unfortunate, but we do have a green aspect that way, and a double yellow that way. So there could be a train. I'm gonna hang around and see if I can get one. It's not part of the video, but there's a great echo effect on this bridge that is covered in graffiti. Hello, I am Steve, and this is Echo. So we've got a green signal there, and a green signal there. I am very determined to get a train from this shot before I continue exploring the tramway. 1, I need to pad out time. 2, I like trains. While waiting for the trains up here, I've spotted this. Could that be part of the tramway? It's in the right spot. Oh, we can't get it in the screen, but it's in the right spot, isn't it? That's roughly here. So I'm on this bridge here, and here's where the tramway is. And if I fade to modern maps, that's roughly in the right spot. Is that pole here part of the tramway? Who knows? Where's my train? Oh, my phone's running out of battery. That might make this video a bit harder. My phone is running out of battery, so I've turned the screen off. So I have no idea what I'm pointing at anymore. I hope it's good. Anyway, so I'm just going to leap over this bridge, and we're going to start seeing our first hint of infrastructure, because this is one of those tramways that still has quite a bit of infrastructure left over from when it actually existed. Let's go over here, I believe, because the tramway ran. This is it now. This is the alignment of it, and you'll start getting sleepers now. There we go. There's one. Pretty sure that's looking at the sleeper. And there's another one that's still got some bolts in it, look. And that keeps going. It's a bit bumpy and lumpy now due to tree growth over the last 60 years. I believe this tramway closed as late as 1960. This is the only photo I know of it in operation. It's the same one I used in my last video. But, yeah. Let's go and see if we can find that piece of track again, shall we? Here we have some more infrastructure left over, so we've got another sleeper with the bolts left in it from when the track was on it. I've run over quite a few of them. They come all the way down here and they head off up that way. So this is the last piece of rail of the Danesmoss tramway. There's actually another one on the other side in the undergrowth, and I think there's one down there as well in the bushes that I found last time. Here's a piece of footage of me finding the rail. You don't get this on a Port and Whitewick video. Look at that! And here's some better footage of these rails, not in so much overgrowth. The tramway is about a 2.5 to 3 foot gauge. I'm not entirely sure. Let's actually measure it while I'm here. My feet are about a foot long actually. 1, 2, yeah, so it's a 3 foot 3 inch gauge railway thereabout. So this would have carried peat from up there in the tramway down to the junction with the LNWR. This would have been in operation from 1860 to about 1960, or maybe a bit later, 1880s, 1890s, but it's definitely old. And when it was abandoned, it was barely ripped up at all. As you can see, the infrastructure is still here. Even better, these information boards say nothing about the old tramway whatsoever. It's all about bloody dragonflies. Where's my trams? So I came back to find that rail that I spotted last time, and this is it here. This is the old rail that's been just cast to one side. It weighs an absolute ton, and you can see the profile of it there. So there's the old rail. So the tramway actually went this way, not over this walkway, this wasn't here. but it went this way to its junction, where I spotted that weird pole earlier. So let's go and see what's left of the transfer yard for the tramway, shall we? If we can get through this undergrowth. That's a lot of nettles. Lots more sleepers here. Evidence the railway came through. And here's that piece of metal I found last time around. It's still quite embedded in the ground. Oh, it just broke a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what that is still, but it's big and it's old. So the sleepers carry on through here, and they continue on the other side as well, although they peter out round about here, which is a large levelish area covered with overgrowth. Now I imagine there might be more bits of tramway remaining underneath all that, but that may require a third visit in the depths of winter and a saw. I think I've just found the remains of a set of points. So if you come out from under here, you've got one set of sleepers heading that way, but I've just noticed here there's another set of sleepers. You've got this one here, and there's another one just off centre up here, which denote the track going in a different direction. So I think this is a set of points that went through into the undergrowth over there, towards the railway line. There's the catenary. Catenary. Wires. They're the wires. I do believe this is something I need to have a look at. I'll be back in a moment when I found a stick, because it looks raily, but I'm not sure. I thought I found a stick. Instead I found a nail. This would have held the track in to the tramway. So this is part of the tramway. I thought it was just a stick. I picked it up and wow, it's really heavy. But I'm going to use this piece of metal to see if I can get... Where is it? Where's it gone? To get if I can get more into this piece of metal, which is definitely metal. So it actually came out the ground almost immediately. Don't know, I have no idea what this is. It could be a fish plate that joins two rails together. If you let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear your opinion. But I am definitely taking the nail home with me. That's a souvenir, that is. I can take that away. I'm going to put this back where I found it, just in case someone knows more about it. Just go there. It's like I never was here. You'll never know. You'll never know. I just had final warning for battery life. I've got my nail. Got my big piece of metal. I'm going to try and see if I can find out what this is. My nail is going to help me here. Wow, it goes underneath a root. So that root, this tree grew in after this piece of metal came into being. Can I lift it at all without it snapping in half? Because that'd be bad. It's big. It's very big. Look at this move. That is quite big. Come on, piece of metal. Come on, baby. I want to see what you are. Right, time to get my hands dirty. Oh, God. There's a slug under there. I squished it. Oh, God. Right, okay, here we go. No, that isn't coming out. What is this? Someone in the comments, please tell me. What is that piece of metal? Please, someone tell me. It's going to do my head in. I'll find you again. I'll come back with like a trowel and Anthony Dawson. He's a rail historian. So, thank you for watching this video with Abandoned. I've now got a nail and some rusty hands. I'm going to go home and clean and get a tetanus booster. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and subscribe to Abandoned. And don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed it, because that really does help I'm going to get stung. Oh God, there's nettles everywhere. Yeah, that really does help if you drop a like. So this has been Steve, tripping over some sleepers. Have a good one.